Good morning, friends. Good morning. Welcome to UU Mount Airy. I'm Reverend McKinley Sims. I use he, him pronouns. It is so good to be together here today with our friends from the Unitarian Society of Germantown and UU's Mount Airy here. Oh, we love collaboration, especially on a family holiday like Kwanzaa. Thank you all for being here, whether you're joining us here in our historic sanctuary or joining us online, watching us later. It's good to be together. I hope everyone is staying warm and has your feet firmly underneath you when you walk around outside. We are letting some of our other performers get their stuff together, and then they'll be joining us here momentarily. So it is my job to welcome you here into this space. Quick show of hands, is this anyone's first time here in the building? Beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so if you usually go to USG, we're the other congregation, and we are so glad to welcome you here into our space. If this is your first time with us, there are a few things you need to know. One is that we have restrooms at the rear of the sanctuary, down the stairs to your right, or the handicap accessible lift on your left. If you need help using the lift, there are instructions, but please just wave your hand and we will help you get downstairs if you need. There are other bathrooms that are through the kids section over here and around the hallway, but if you're going to stick around for some delicious food afterwards, the bathrooms downstairs are your best bet. We are live streaming this service. It's on Zoom and YouTube. It's not going to a lot of places, but it's not just us here in the sanctuary. So if you do come up here, you will be on camera, so just please be aware of that. Secondly, or thirdly, or whatever number we're on, when we take our offering, Reverend Hannah and I have not talked about how to do the split yet, but usually when we take up an offering here at Mount Airy, we split it between the operating fund of this congregation and a Change for Change organization. So we've been giving money to a Change for Change organization called Beyond the Bars all month. I'll talk about this more later, but just be aware, there are some envelopes in your pews that you can put money into and mark Change for Change if you choose to do so. If you want to save your offering for USG the next time you're there, that's totally fine. But when we take the offering and pass around our plate, just know that's what we're doing. If this is your first time with us, we always say there is no expectation that you give anything. If you're here visiting UU Mount Airy and you want to know more about us, please let me know after the service. I would love to share more about what's going on in the life of our congregation. All right, friends, that's enough for the do's and the don'ts. I want to welcome our special featured performers, the Karen Smith Drums Ensemble. Who's going to be providing music, story, song, and dance for us today. If this is your first time at a Kwanzaa service, you picked a good one. We are going to lift up the spirit of the holiday and welcome you in as family. That's what Kwanzaa is about, and that's how we like to celebrate it here. This is something that's been happening at UU Mount Airy for a long, long time. And today is a little bit different for us. As a small congregation, we have a long history of celebrating Kwanzaa, and one of the main folks who helped bring the holiday to this church and celebrate it and honor it was Dr. Ione Vargas. And she was 95 years old this year, and we got to celebrate her at a birthday party over the summer when she turned 95, and then she passed away last Saturday. So we're holding her in our hearts and her memory here in the spirit of Kwanzaa. And we had a very a great idea is what we had to show a clip from a previous Kwanzaa service when we had Dr. Vargas share a little bit about the principles, and I think in this one she's leading a libations reading, which seems especially appropriate. So we're going to enter into the spirit of our service here in just a moment with the lighting of our chalice and the kinara, and then we're going to pour some libations. So we're going to hear from Dr. Vargas again in just a moment, but I wanted to set the scene and make space for that here this morning. Thank you, Alvaro. You can turn that one down. Alvaro Alleman is behind the scenes helping with our AV tech, and we are so grateful for him and for all the people who helped make this service a reality. We hope you'll join us downstairs afterwards in honor of the beloved members of this congregation like Dr. Vargas, who helped bring us Kwanzaa, and in the spirit of being family from USG and UU Mount Airy. It's good to be together. We like to start with a breath here, so I'm going to invite you to find your feet flat on the floor. You wiggle your shoulders a little bit, move your neck, try and find a comfortable position. And as you're willing, I invite you to take a nice, easy breath in and let it go out. Those who breathe together are together. In the spirit of the Nguzo Saba, may we be together this morning. Amen. Ashe. All right, so I'm going to light our chalice this morning, and we're going to lift up the principle of Kwanzaa for the day. So usually I invite one of our little ones to help, but we don't have any of our usual little ones. So if there's a little one who wants to help with the lighting of the chalice, I invite you to come on down. Light this chalice in the honor and spirit of family across generations, across the diaspora, beyond time and space, gathered here in our hearts, in our memories, in our very bones. And we honor the first three principles of this holiday: Umoja for unity, Kujichagulia for self-determination, and Ujima for collective work and responsibility. It is in that spirit that we gather this morning, light our chalice and our kinara, and welcome you into our Kwanzaa service. Turn it over to Karen Smith for a small meditation while we get ready for libations.
Testing. Oh, there it is. Morning. One more time. Morning. Great. Habaragani. Thank you so much. You are so ready. Wow. I love that. Come on up. One thing about Kwanzaa, any Kwanzaa celebration, it's a lot of participation. So it's not going to be you just sit there and look at what we're doing. You have to get involved. It's all about community. And community, whatever that means, it means that you get a chance to, we have extra instruments, you get a chance to move, you get a chance to sing, and you get a chance to also, at this moment, give homage to the ancestors, whoever that may be. So I'm going to do something slightly different that we normally don't do in a Kwanzaa presentation by bringing the sound bowls in. So libation is usually with the water and the plant, and that's how we normally do libation, and you say the name and then we say Ashe after that. But this time, it's going to be just the bowls, and as a name comes up for you, you share that name. Got it? Got it? Okay, all right. Namaste.
Okay, I'm going to ask Alvaro to bring up our video of Dr. Vargas sharing from 7 years ago, I think, the last time that Ujima was our principal. And let's see how this goes.
We will now have the honoring of our ancestors.
That's good enough. That's perfect.
We have a libation statement from Ione Vargas.
Alvaro, could you put the volume just a little bit, please?
Good morning, it's great to be with you. Oh, I didn't know we had so many people here.
Yes!
Lovely, really, really nice. Today we are going to honor our ancestors through the pouring of libations. And in your, oh, I didn't look at that. You are the family, and when it says family, you come in. We call upon the ancestors for their guidance, understanding, protection, and permission to proceed with this gathering and the coming of purposes that we must address. Thus, we pour in honor of them and in order to call their spirits and wisdom to be with us today. Queen of Queens,
King of Kings,
Father of our fathers,
and Mother of our mothers,
we pour this libation to the north for wisdom. We pour this libation to the south for moral nature. We pour this libation to the east for spirit. We pour this libation about this circle for the earth. I raise this libation to the great ancestors and ask that they be present as we gather. It is an old African belief that our ancestors are kept alive by calling out their names. It is a way of thanking our ancestors for all they have given us. And I'm going to first call out a name, and then I'm going to ask you to call out a name of your ancestor that you particularly think about or hope or get your love and remembrance from. The ancestor that
And since
I'm
we've already
going
done
to
this,
call,
we're going to let Dr. Ione join the ancestors. I'm going to ask you to join me in the spirit of prayer, meditation, and reflection, and hear these words from Reverend Ade Karba. O come, all you faithful, rejoicing and victorious, come, let us embrace the mystery in the spirit of life as we celebrate the goodness of Kwanzaa and the African American heritage. Come and give thanks for the companions on the journey in the struggle for freedom and justice, our roots in the soil and soul of Mother Africa that reach far and wide. Creator of all, lead us to be true to our nature, with respect and dignity for life, from conception to death. Bless and keep us in solidarity one to another. We say amen, blessed be, and Ashe. introduce our musicians and performers for everybody who may not have got to see you perform. Do you want to introduce everyone?
Good morning again. You feel all charged up there. That's a cardio burn, just letting you know. So you don't have to do your workout today. My name is Karen Smith. This group has a few names. So it started with Sisters Laying Down Hands, and it went to Karen Smith Drums Ensemble. It's been the Karen Smith Experience. That Kwanzaa group, it's been a few things. But today we're going to be the Karen Smith Experience, because you make the experience, and not just us. It's a community thing, so it's everybody. The experience can't happen if we don't see the reaction. So thank you. You're part of the experience now. You get to be on the bus. My dancer and drummer and friend and vocalist is Maria O'Brien. Give us some love. You brought all the people that you know here? Everybody. I'm not mad at that. This gentleman I met in 2007 at a concert that was at the Academy of Music celebrating Nina Simone. And he came in with this little drum. And he was playing with the artist. And he was getting down. I'm like, who is that? I'm like looking down, who is that? You know, so afterwards, we met. And he had this cute little drum, but, you know, I'm like, he was making such a strong sound. I had to get to know him. That's Brother Mike Blanc. And I call him nephew. And we've been together ever since 2007. Where did they go? Come on. Yes. It's so traditional to have a stilt walker. And so Mama Malika, she has a young group of children that do stilt walking. Tell me your name.
Yes, Sina.
You're welcome. And that's Mama Malika right here. She has a whole group of kids that are like as small as this too. And they get to do all kinds of great things for the community, including perform. So thank you for being here. I think I got everybody.
Friends, so we're going to pass our plate here in the sanctuary and take up our offering, listen to more drums, engage in more dancing. Feel free to move your body, shout, sit, whatever you need to do. We pass our plate, remember. Alvaro, if you could bring up our offering slide. Thank you.
Also, I have some extra drums, so I really could use a couple of more drummers. Ooh, come on.
If you're feeling moved to come up here up front, please.
Still need a couple of more drummers, because it's nothing like, you can't have too many drummers.
We've got chairs over here as well. You can sit in the pew.
I still have some more drums. It doesn't have to be children. It could be an adult just dying to do some drumming.
If you're not going to give money, you have to come play a drum. That's the rule.
The service doesn't end until somebody drums with me.
No, that is not the rule, but we always welcome drummers. So we're going to pass our plate here. Again, the offering goes to two different places. Any pocket change you put into the plate, anything you put into the white envelopes that's marked change for change, you can, that goes to a different organization each month. For December, it's Beyond the Bars. More information is on the screen and in your order of service. Anything else you put into the plate goes towards the operating fund of this congregation. Reverend Hannah and I have not worked out how to do a split, so if you want to save your offering for USG the next time you're there, if you're from USG, totally okay. But anything that you put into the plate is going to go towards UU Mount Airy. We're so grateful to have all these performers and dancers and all of you here to make this family happen today. So we invite you to give as you are willing and able, and we give back our offering of music and love. The offering will now be given and gratefully received.
Let me
Izomario, Ikea, Ikea, Izomario, Ikea, 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 Manso, Ikea, 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 Sayo, Ikea, hey, yeah, Ikea, yes, so, yeah.
Okay, so it's my job to give them just a little bit of a break before we close out with some more music, and then we'll do all the chalice extinguishing and all of that. So, again, if this is your first time, welcome. We're so glad to be together. Thank you, thank you. Thank you again to all of our performers and all of our musicians. I didn't grow up celebrating Kwanzaa. That might be clear just looking at me. I grew up in West Texas where this was unheard of. But what I have learned from being here at this place for the last 8 years is what it means to be family and to bring people who look different, who speak differently, who move through the world in different ways, and to bring them together and to create something beautiful, to shine our lights, is what we talked about at Christmas Eve and the week before. How do we shine our light together? And when we started doing these joint services, it was somewhat out of necessity. If you were around in 2020, you might remember we had a lot going on, and we had to get creative about what we were doing for the holidays. And when we were doing everything online, we thought, well, why don't we do something together with the Philadelphia UU churches and see how that goes? It was really fun. Reverend Kent Mathias and I had been very close. Reverend Cheryl M. and I had been very close. And Reverend Hannah and I are very close. So the ideas of doing more and more things together as family has really been speaking to us. Not just because of the pandemic, but if you were around in 2016 and for the last 10 months, you know we've got a lot going on. And the power of being together like this and doing some of the most simple things that we as humans know how to do. To make music, to move our bodies, to breathe together, to light a flame. There's an incredible magic and power in that. Because when we turn on our televisions or scroll our phones, there is nothing but division and hate and legislated violence, and things that are designed to try to keep us apart, to keep us from engaging in collective work and responsibility. So when we talk about in Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, there's a lot for someone like me to learn, right? To move from a place of unity and family, and to think about how we harness our collective, whatever we have, to make the world a better place, right? That's something for me as a person of European American heritage to learn from my African American family and siblings. And that's the beauty of Unitarian Universalist congregations, right? Is we get the chance to live this out day to day, week to week. Especially our 2 congregations, right? With a long shared history and lineage, shared demographics, shared location, right? Outside of Boston, I don't know if you know this or not, outside of the Boston area, it's very rare to have 2 Unitarian Universalist congregations within a mile of each other. And if you didn't know, it's because Unitarian Society of Germantown was a historically Unitarian congregation, and the Universalist Church of the Restoration, now UU Mount Airy, was a Universalist church. So when they came together in 1961, like Voltron, to form a new superdenomination, they had the same questions. What does this mean if we're now family? And how do we live together and work together, pray together, act together? Some of those questions are still being worked out. And that's part of the growing process, right? Because whenever you create something new, it takes a little bit of time to find its own way. And that's what we're doing here, continuing in that journey of finding our own way, of incorporating all of who we are so that no one is left outside of the circle of love. To start building our own collective work and responsibility and to work towards our own unity. Because the other thing I've learned from being here for the last 8 years is that there's no one who's going to walk through that door who's going to do it for us. There's not someone coming to save us, right? The story of Kwanzaa, the story of African American courage and heritage in this country, and the story of Unitarian Universalism as it builds resilience and collective power is we are the ones who bend the moral arc of the universe towards justice. It does not just happen on its own, and it does not happen because someone else will do it for us. That is so incredibly empowering and a little bit terrifying. But that's part of who we get to choose who we want to be and how we get to choose who we want to be. So I invite you, as you're here in this space, to embrace this idea of being family, of being two congregations, yes, but maybe one family. And I would love for us to be able to do more things like this. To worship together, to move together, to act together, to be together, to make music, move our bodies, light flames, and share our light. In honor of all those ancestors who came before us to build this for us here today, whose names we have called and whose names we have forgotten, who have gone on into history and to become ancestors. We owe it to them and to our future, those who will come after us, to keep bending that arc. Collective work and responsibility. Habari Ghana, Ujima. May it be so. Amen. We turn it back over to the artist formerly known as Everything. To offer some closing music, we will extinguish our chalice and then dance some more.
Okay, this is your part. Please stand up. We're gonna do a conga line around 3 times. Follow me. That we done great, the includes a saba, love your papa and your mama, juggling hand in hand, all across this great land, all across this great land. Umoja means unity, Kuji chocolate, self-determination. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Ujama, cooperative economic. Mia means purpose, Kaumba means creativity. It's making unity. Kwanzaa time is here. It's a happening time of year when we can celebrate all the things that we done great. All the things that we done great. Umoja means unity. Kuji chocolate, self-determination. Ujima, collective work and responsibility. my cooperative economics. Me purpose, Kaumba means creativity and imani. It's based for unity. Kwanzaa time is here. It's a happening time of year when we can celebrate all the things that we just break. All the things that we just break. Time is here. It's a happening time of year where we can celebrate all the things that we just break, all the things that we just break, all the things that we just break. Kwanzaa, celebrate. Kwanzaa, celebrate. Umoja, uji chakula, ujima, uja maendeleo, umba, imani. Celebrate, 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 celebrate. It's Kwanzaa. It's Kwanzaa. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate.
Good job. Good job. All right, friends, we're going to extinguish our chalice. I want to sing just a little bit together. And then I'm going to invite you downstairs for our coffee hour, for food and fellowship. Steve Workman, I don't know if Steve is in here or not. He's already downstairs. Has been doing a lot of cooking for us today. So I invite you, if you're feeling brave and also feeling hungry, to go down and get a little bit of the delicious food that Steve has cooked up, amongst others who helped make this morning happen. We are so glad to welcome you into our space. I cannot tell you how happy it makes me to see all of these faces from our two congregations to be here. Family. We're going to extinguish our chalice, leave the kinar lit, but keep our light burning inside of us. Ooh. And because it feels good to sing together, we're going to do a very simple, I don't know what you call it. We just sang it at my very first ministry placement ever. And I like to bring it back every once in a while, and it feels appropriate today. So the words are very simple. The first time through, we say the word amen. And then the second time through, we say the word ashe. And it has a musical response to it. So I'm going to sing. If you know the melody, feel free to sing along. We're going to sing through amen, and then we're going to sing through ashe. And we're going to turn it back over to our wonderful musicians to lead us out and close down our service. All right? In the spirit of family, of the principles of Kwanzaa, and of all the love and light that we hold in our hearts. We say amen. We say ashe. Then we sing. Amen. Amen. Thank you, friends. Go in peace, go in love, go in family. Have a wonderful week. Stay warm. Happy New Year.